one road leading to everything you need. Big Bear Boulevard, connecting Big Bear Valley to everything and everything and everyone.
Rolling? And we're good. You ready?
No.
No comedy. And
Oh, sorry.
hi, and thanks for watching Big Bear TV. This is a new show we have called Big Bear Boulevard, where we're highlighting the businesses throughout Big Bear Valley. Today we have, may I say, may the Schwartz be with you. Eric Schwartz from Get the Burger.
Oh, no, I thought you just picked me up because I was sleeping on the side of the road right there in front of On's.
Right, that too.
Oh, okay.
That too.
Welcome. Thank you.
Friend. Eric is not only the Get the Burger guy, but you're also in our acting class.
Yes, I am.
And good that you're in a class.
Yes, because I need it.
No, I think it's cool. We both need to be in class.
Well, yeah, and I got an A the last class. Did you get a grade? A letter grade?
I didn't get an A.
No, I got an A.
Yeah.
Actually, A+. Well, I told Hal if you didn't
Well, you also employ our acting teacher.
Yes, and that's why I said, you want to keep your job? Give me a frickin' A.
So Get the Burger, right?
Yeah.
That's pretty cool. You own a restaurant.
I'm looking after it for the bank, as I said earlier.
I just understood what Get the Burger to me means. It's like if you're looking at a menu, you're like, get the burger.
Yes, I'll go get the burger.
Is that what it means?
Yes and no. That's not actually
tell us the story behind Get the Burger.
Do you want the story?
Well, then we're going to get to the logo.
Okay.
But
yes,
tell us the story first.
Okay, so I was never in the restaurant business. I started out up here doing different things. I came up as a marketing director for a ski area that's no longer here.
Well,
that's how good of a marketing director I am, yes. But the good news is I then went from that to another ski area, which is also out of business. So I realized marketing the ski industry may not be my forte.
Your forte.
Yeah. So we had an embroidery business.
Oh, no.
And the embroidery business, no, that was pretty good.
Oh, okay.
It was pretty good. We did quite well with it.
So that's like where you put stuff on hats and shirts?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. And we shipped literally all over the world. And I was working with the chamber from when I started originally with Snow Forest in '82. I stayed with them. And we found a neat little way of getting people to come visit Big Bear is if you ordered your embroidery from us, it was a business deal, so you could come up, stay the weekend, come down, buy our stuff, take it home off the hill, and the whole thing was deductible. And our prices were competitive with down the hill, so it was a legit thing. So we had the embroidery shop, and it was called Get the Burger. I'm sorry, Get the Point.
Oh.
Get the Point
I
embroidery.
was going to say, that's a weird name for an embroidery shop.
It was very messy. All we did is burgers. That was it. Just embroidery. And why we had the shop over on Dead Man's Curve here in Big Bear City, we opened a nursery. And because I'm such an imaginative person,
right,
we decided to name it
Get the Shrubs.
Get the Plant.
Get the Plant.
Yes. And then we had a coffee company where we were delivering coffee to the local restaurants and things. And it was called
Get the Sip?
Coffee. This guy.
I'm sorry, I just don't get the joke.
You're a mess. And with that note, that was very good.
Right?
I give you.
You never heard that? You never thought of that one?
No, I never would think of something like that. But
I want royalties.
Yes, you get.
So
you are a king in my.
So what was the step of starting with burgers?
Well,
because I get the vegetarian burger when I'm there.
Yes.
Because you can tell by my thinness that I'm a vegetarian.
Are there clouds outside? I'm a little worried. So anyway, we had the embroidery shop, and actually before we moved to Dead Man's Curve, we operated it out of our home, out of our garage. And I was with the chamber, as I said, so everybody who wanted to could do a mixer. And I thought, we should do a mixer. So the first year we did a mixer, we did Mexican food. And the name of our restaurant, just for that day, was Casa de Schwartz, home of the almost kosher taco. Nothing out of the peanut gallery. It didn't work well.
Right.
Apparently there's not that many Mexican Jews up here. So it didn't do well. We didn't make a lot of money for the chamber that day. And again, they told me, have you ever thought of getting in the ski business? But anyway, so we let that go. And then the following year, we decided to do another mixer, and I actually built a restaurant in my backyard. And I thought, hey, we should do burgers. And at the time, I was trying to get In-N-Out to come up to Big Bear.
Okay.
So I had...
I did that with Panda Express.
Oh, and you did such a great job.
Thank you.
Yeah.
They said that we don't meet the demographics.
Exactly. That's what Target said.
I don't eat cat.
Yeah, we'll show them. And yet Chipotle is opening in Mexico. Go figure that out.
Right.
Boy. Anyway. So anyways, the next year, I was, like I say, in the process of trying to talk In-N-Out to come up here.
This is a really long story.
Well, I'm sorry. I'm
Okay.
long-winded. I'll end soon. We're in Bear City. The power will
We
be
only
going
have
out
one
any
viewer by now, and that's me.
minute. And we started with less. So, okay, I'll make it fast.
No.
Thank you. It's been nice.
Go on.
Thank you
Just
for
wake
having
me up.
This guy. So many comedians out of work. So,
I get the
Both of
joke.
us.
Go ahead.
oh, okay.
So you're making the burgers in your backyard.
So I'm making burgers in my backyard, and we did a mixer, and we called it Down and Out because they were In-N-Out burgers. We were doing, except they were
Okay.
larger patties. We were doing double doubles with caramelized onion. We were doing everything that I love from In-N-Out. And I would actually go down, and before I did all this, I would kind of stalk them. I would stand there, order food, eat the food, stand at the counter, watch them. They'd come up, can we help you? No. We went away. And
Sir, we're closed.
they tried that. Yeah. This all happened at the Oakland, California store
Okay.
when they closed.
Right.
Bad
Okay.
joke. Okay. So anyway, so I did the burgers, and we ended up making the second most money Chamber had ever made at a mixer. The only thing I made more was $20 more.
Wow.
For slide. It was awesome. So we knew what we did. Oh, don't blow hot air my way, buddy.
Just saying. Did they give an award for that?
No.
I'm just.
Well,
but
they couldn't afford it. We didn't make that much. No,
Right.
they did actually. But we did, in an hour and a half, we did 350 double doubles.
That's
So
a lot.
We thought we were onto something.
And Big Bear 300 anything.
That's true.
Right?
Yeah.
I have 4 people in my studio audience, so.
I look like 300 to me. So anyway, to move this along, because we just lost the one.
Right.
Shouldn't have old people
Now
watching
it's
this anyways.
Now just
Hard
we have 0 on YouTube.
Yeah, so we're improving. So anyway, so it went off quite well. And then we started having people approach us and say, hey, can you do a fundraiser for us? And we started doing fundraisers out of our backyard. When Dennis Hansberger was running for the District 3 seat, we did a Down and Out Hansberger party. Get it?
No.
My
But that's
humor is
okay.
just
I'm only getting half the jokes.
That's okay. Well, I'm only saying I'm in half the energy.
Right.
So,
That
so
makes
we did
sense.
mixers for all kinds of people. We did a lot with the old Community Theater Society up here, CATS.
Okay.
Raised a lot of money for them. So I really never planned on being in a restaurant even at that point. And as more people asked us to do it, and then all of a sudden we got a chance to try opening a little restaurant in Bear City. We opened it up, and we called it Down and Out. And if you notice, it says kind of Down and Out.
Okay.
And instead of cross palm trees, we have bent pine trees.
Okay.
So 2 weeks after we opened, we got a really nice letter from their attorneys that said cease and desist.
Oh.
Have you ever gotten one of those?
Animal rescue stuff,
Yeah,
but
that's it.
yeah.
Well, you haven't done really enough to
No.
make anybody feel threatened. So, get that one? No. So, we changed the name to Get the Burger.
Okay.
Because of that, because we had all the other stuff. So that was the
So
history.
how'd you get the restaurant up on the hill?
So, the one in Bear City, needless to say, just got too small. And we had a few, let's say, run-ins with the gal who owned it. So I lost...
Own the building.
Yes, so I lost my lease, and I got kicked out of CATS. And...
Oh, so you were where the Broadway Grill is?
Yes,
Okay.
that was us. And so then we found this place, and I'd always wanted that place because I know what the future of Big Bear Lake was going to become and should have become, and now it's going to happen. So I wanted to be right in the middle of it, and that was, I still think, the best corner in the whole valley. So we went in there and did fairly well, and then we started to, well, then we bought the building, and about 3 years ago we added on to it, doubled the size of it, made the inside like new, and the rest is history.
Now, what's incredible is that the burgers are really good there.
Thank you.
And I eat the veggie burger. So
Yes.
that's saying a lot. It actually was the best veggie burger I've ever had.
Well, thank you. You know what the secret is?
What? I don't want to know.
Thinks he's eating a veggie burger. No. No. It's
That's
a veg-
really messed up.
I know it is. But we're hateful people.
You have lots of unique. Are you going to tell me something that's not going to make me want to eat it?
No, I'm going to make you want to eat it. The
Okay,
difference
what?
between what we do with a veggie burger versus what most places do with a veggie burger,
Is where you put the cheese.
not even that. You're not there to eat health food. As much as we would like, this place is going for the dogs.
What, Rudy? What? This is yes. Okay.
He's giving me all my best lines. So, we don't treat it like a veggie burger, making it all healthy or whatever for you. It's just as unhealthy as everything else we do there, which isn't
Okay.
as unhealthy. We haven't lost a customer yet this week. So, outside of the patty, it's just like a regular burger. We'll do anything you want to it, and people sometimes will actually send it back saying, "Oh no, I wanted a veggie burger." And it's like, it is.
Right.
You know, I mean, instead of the tomato, we put meat on top because we thought, the difference is better.
I love how you humanely kill the vegetables.
Yes, we do. And it's so much easier because you just wheel them up in a wheelchair or on a gurney, and then, you take them off with the head. Gone. Yeah, it's quick. Every time an ambulance goes by, people say, "Oh, look at the burgers getting another scare."
Another load of carrots.
Community is a rough room to work in.
Now, explain to me you have a large display of flags.
Yes.
What's that about?
Well, I'm going to probably get myself in trouble here.
Okay.
It's concerning.
So this is going to be shared on social media. So if you're watching this, just be prepared. If you have a lot of hate to say, just put it under the video.
Yeah.
Okay? That's under the comment section. All right, go ahead. Talk
Okay,
about
ready?
your flags.
Okay, thank you. It's been nice being on the show. So, okay. You need better chairs.
Well, I can tell you're kind of a shit stirrer.
I kind of am stirring all kinds of things.
Right, and that's okay.
what I do. Yeah.
I mean, it's...
Well, I've always been known for I've been up here since 82, full-time.
Right.
63, actually, before I was born. Lying.
1863.
Yes.
Right.
Yes, before they...
Pioneer reenactment. Right here, guys.
This is the after picture.
You can kind of see him with one of those muzzle guns.
Yeah.
But go ahead.
Okay, thank you. So, I've been known to be a little bit like boisterous, outgoing.
But you're also a caring person.
I am a very caring person.
Yeah, I think this has more to do with how you care about people.
I don't really care about that.
I know.
But I do. I am a very caring person.
You hide your caring heart under the humor. Right?
It's hard. It's hard carrying this load.
Yes.
Yes. This load not so,
So-
hard. This load.
Right.
So
So the flags.
the flags. Back to the flags. So when we were first opening the restaurant, no, I take it back. I digress.
Is this going to be a 20-minute story?
19 at the most.
Okay. Let's try to make it like
Yes.
2.
So I've gone round and round with the city in a lot of different things. They said
Okay.
my siding wasn't the right size it was. They said they didn't like the colors I was using, and I use them anyway. And so when I was doing the new restaurant, they said, now you get one flagpole. And on that one flagpole, you can put an American flag and then maybe one other flag. Which, of course, would have to be POW just because, it's the way I feel.
Okay.
So they told me that, and I said, thank you very much. And we left, and we went down to Costco and bought 7 flagpoles. In addition to the one we had already.
Right.
And so I just felt if somebody needed to have recognition for whatever reason, I thought we would be the place to do it. We also have multicolored lights outside the restaurant, and those change to either our mood. So if they're off completely, all black, it's mine. But for different,
Right.
like Christmas.
So let's go
Hanukkah.
over the flags.
Okay.
One flag is American flag.
The main flag, biggest flag, all that good stuff, highest flag is the American flag. Below that is the POW flag. Then if you start at the front of the building, we have the blue line flag, which is it's legitimately the memorial flag for law enforcement.
Okay.
So then next to that is the red line flag, which is legitimately the memorial flag for fire department.
Okay.
And you can't put up a police flag and not put up the fire department.
Right.
Especially if you don't have great fire insurance.
Right.
to keep them happy.
Keep that in mind when you eat there, folks.
Yes. Well, as long as you don't have flagellants, nothing's going to burn.
Like I said.
Yes. So, good point. So, stay away from
Have you had the chili?
Stay away from the veggie burger. We don't have chili. Chili and cheese were two things that were invented to disguise the taste of a crappy hamburger.
Okay. So, what flags are we on?
Oh, so
Fireman,
blue
is where
line,
you
red
left
line.
off.
Right. So there's blue line, then red line. Then next to that is the California pride flag.
Okay.
This is the state of fruits and nuts,
Right.
and other quite with the fifth largest economy.
Thank you.
Saved that one, didn't
Thank you for that flag.
Oh, you're very welcome. Well, it's.
Hey, in
there-
this area, you throw your gay pride flag up there, helping
rough.
people like me. That's can be dangerous.
So, do you want a little side story on that flag?
Okay.
This is a very cool story. It's a true story too. First day we put that flag up,
Which flag?
the pride flag.
Okay.
We put up we had the American flag and then the pride flag underneath it, because you usually see the American in California, and it's the California pride flag. So it's not the actual, just the pride. It's California and pride. So we had it up there, and my wife and I, Lynn, were sitting in the lobby having lunch, and we see a guy come out, swing into the parking lot fairly fast, and get out of his car and starts taking pictures of the flag. And I thought, okay, this is either really good or really bad. And after he took pictures of the flag, he came back in, he ordered some food, and he sat down at the table. Okay, well, that's okay. So I went up to him, I said, I saw you taking pictures of the flag. And he looked at me, he says, that's the most amazing thing I have seen up here ever. I go, really? And so he told me a story about he went through school up here. His families were up here. He was, I guess, born up here. Went through all the classes up here. And when he was just getting into high school, everybody found out that he was gay. And they treated him very bad. Schools didn't really do much for him. So he swore once he graduated, he was never going to come back to Big Bear. And that had been many years. So he had to come up to do something at his parents' house. I guess they had both passed away since. He was a young man at this time. And he came to do work. He says, I was driving down the boulevard, and I drove by your flag, and I saw it. And I instantly did a U-turn in the middle of the boulevard. Didn't care. I wanted to make sure I saw what I saw. So he pulled in, saw the flag. He says, you know what? I'm going to start spending more time up here. And we realized, we're on to something. So that was the first, I guess you could say, controversial flag that we ever flew. And again, we definitely fly with pride.
So you do it for inclusion. You want people to feel included.
Everything we do is an inclusion thing. And conversation. For instance, we have...
so what's the next flag?
Okay, next flag from that is the... What is the next flag? Let me think. That one? Oh, next to that one is Thailand.
Okay.
And Thailand there's two reasons. We have a guy who works for us, Sonny, who's from Thailand. He actually works for Vaughn's also. And we got to talking, and of course the abuse of Asians came up about, it's the new, ethnic group to go after. And so I thought, well, they need support. So they went to flag. And then we have the Mexico flag, and that went up actually a long time ago. We were celebrating Cinco de Mayo, and we remade our signs, and instead of the trees, we put tacos, and we changed the name to Get the Taco. Started serving margaritas and tacos, and it went quite well. And then our manager, who's also kind of part owner of the restaurant, Julie, said, why don't you leave that flag up? It's like, okay. Actually, that was the second flag we got in order, but so that went up, and we kept that up for, again, inclusion. Big Bear is a very large draw, not just for our Hispanic audience off the hill, as well as a lot of Hispanics on the hill, but this is like one of the number one tourist locations for Tijuana, and a lot of Mexico, actually.
Yeah, I was renting out a room, and the last 5 people that I rented to were all literally from Mexico, not just Mexican.
Right.
So, and I asked them, why do you come here? They're like, we don't want to go to Disneyland. Big Bear represents really what we dream about. So I felt honored.
It's a Mickey Mouse location.
Yeah.
So, why? Probably.
So is this all the flags? Or?
Oh, no, that's just the beginning of them. I know. So then
we're going to have to hire a freaking color guard just to visit his place.
You're just going to have the intro on this thing, then you're going to cut it and just splice me
Okay,
into
so
else.
let's just go over the flag. So
Okay.
real quickly
Next flag, Israeli.
Israeli, and then
And then next to that is Ukrainian.
And then,
I think that's it.
okay.
So
We obviously know the Ukrainian flag. Why you have that there?
we've had that. That was actually been up for a very long time. Because,
And what was the other one?
the Israeli flag, the Star David.
Okay.
And that's just to piss people off.
Okay,
No,
good.
no, it's because I'm a Yid kid, and so we put it up there.
You're a what kid?
Yid kid.
What's that mean?
Yiddish.
Oh, okay.
Oh, yeah. So, and it's kind of funny because in our menu, if you notice, we not only do vegetarian, we do gluten-free. We have a separate fryer that's gluten-free. So we're very conscious of people's dietary concerns. They should be able to have the same stuff that we have, and not have it kill them. We hate to lose customers. So we have all that, but we also started to realize we had a very large Muslim following up here. Huge. Winter, summer, doesn't matter. There's just a huge following. And we had a customer ask if our food was, the first thing they usually do is say, is it kosher? Because a Muslim can eat kosher. And of course we didn't. But they suggested that you might want to look into it, so we did. Long story short, we have a full Muslim or a full halal menu. You can get anything in the place that you can get with regular food that's halal. And
halal means?
hello. Oh no, the food. Sorry, it's like aloha.
I mean,
Multi-
how is it prepared differently?
It's no, we treat it just as bad as everything else there. It's kind of like kosher, but not quite kosher. So kosher is like a what is it? A peaceful or a nicer kill of like the animal.
Like the vegetables.
Well, that's I don't understand. How do you kill a French fry friendlier than you kill a
carrot?
Turnip or a carrot. Yeah.
Right.
Oh, those carrots. Dang those
Practice.
carrots.
Practice.
Carrots are not welcomed.
Okay, so now we understand the flags.
Yes.
And the city doesn't give you
I was
problems
going to
with
finish
it?
telling you the boring thing.
No, we don't.
The boring. I'm going to tell you anyway. So we'll get a lot of people that don't know us. People that know us come in, Muslim friends or whatever, come in, love it, whatever. But ones that don't will come in. They won't see the flags because they're on the outside of the building. They'll order the food that says, "Oh my God, this is the best food. Thank you so much." Blah blah blah. Then they walk out and they see the flag and they think we're anti Gaza Strip, and it's like definitely not. I don't believe in anything bad happening to any innocent people. And but before we have a chance to tell them that, they'll write down 1 star. A rat ran across my husband's foot while we were there.
Right.
Just funnier than hell. And then they come back the next week.
Maybe you should have a wall where people can just like stick a flag. Have you thought about that?
That's an idea.
Everybody can stick their own flag up there.
They would run us out of this town.
Yeah, probably.
So I think the reason the city, there's a few reasons. So the main reason we don't have any problems is because we also have a gargoyle, and those ward off evil things.
You're right.
Evil spirits. So the gargoyle is there to help us.
Okay.
And
the good thing is it shows that Big Bear is inclusive.
yeah, and we are. And
the city is allowing that. Whether they are, they're there, right?
well, no, they are. I've had a lot of comments from members of the Sheriff's Department, from different groups up here from the city, that we are kind of like, how when for instance, the Pope just passed away. So in L.A., the building is lit up in white and gold, and different colors for different things that go on. Well, our building is now lit up in white and gold. We're kind of the representation of whatever is going on in the world. We bring it into Big Bear. So we have that. And the flags are a few things. Not only does it represent the understanding that all people are the same, but it's also, of course, our First Amendment right. And that's what all of that is covered under. As a matter of fact, interesting trivia for you. Of all the flags on our roof, what flag has the least protection under First Amendment on our roof?
The American flag.
You're right. Figure that one out.
Yeah. I was just guessing.
That was a good guess. They can actually limit the number of American flags you can put on your building, but they can't.
Because of minority
It's our country.
protections.
Yes.
Yeah.
Our country does not protect the flag. Ever since, I think it was 74 or 76, when they said it was lawful to use the flag in a demonstration.
So what's the future of Get the Burger?
I have no idea.
Okay.
Are we done now? No.
You told me that you hope to franchise it.
We're going to either franchise or partnerships. We've been having a lot of people that have been showing some interest. I would like to get it opened off the hill, and and then sell it before I die, because I don't want my wife to have all the money.
Now you also have you help other people. You help my friend who's was trying to get some things for the high school, or no, the middle school play for Alice in Wonderland.
Mm-hmm.
You helped her collect toilet paper spools.
Yes.
And then you are a donation center for.
And that was very painful to get that many toilet paper.
I know. I worked at it. I thought I was going to donate 3 spools, but then I got 4.
Yeah.
I worked at it.
Well, if you go to the right restaurants up here, it's much easier, I found out. Let's segue.
Yours included.
No.
Oh, places that serve chili?
No. Oh, yes. Yes. Stay away from the chili. So, yes, we'd love to be a part of the community.
So, Pet Food Pantry.
Pet
You're a
Food
Pet
Pantry.
Food Pantry drop-off.
We had a first pet food pantry drop-off.
Right. And how's that working out?
Quite well.
Right.
Dogs love us. We have one corner of our building that we keep telling them, get away from there.
Right. They line up at
They
the
do.
door.
Yeah. So are you depositing or picking up? Not right. No, we actually, we have a lot of people that donate, and it's kind of interesting. I'm gonna kind of, the city helped us out, so I'm gonna kind of rat them out. As you know, banners, there's a very big control on banners. You can only put banners up so long.
Okay.
If you're having something going on this month, you can say there's a home tour show or whatever.
Right.
You can put up 30 days prior to the event, 5 days after the event.
Because we'd hate to do anything that actually helps the community.
Right. Well, and I've gotten into that argument before. They've come after me many times and made me take down banners. I talked to them last time when Wingstop was first opening. I said, let them leave those banners up as long as they can, because they can't see that place is there. And it's a great thing to go to.
Right.
So they said, well, they're only allowed this much time. And so they had a big crackdown on it, because that was when Marshall's was opening and Grocery Outlet was opening and Wingstop and all that. So they sent letters out to everybody saying, this banner's illegal, this banner's illegal. And, of course, all our banners were illegal. And they explained to us on the dog food banner, they said, that's kind of a weird area because we all love our pets. And what this is for, kind of along the way you are with, rescuing animals, this is for people that can't afford pet food. If it's a decision of, do I take my medications or feed my family or feed my dog? And so this kind of helps lighten the load a little bit for whoever. And
well, one of the number one reasons people surrender animals is because they can't take care of them.
Right.
And that includes feeding them.
Right.
So
and you never want to, have a hungry dog when you're about to go to sleep.
One other thing. You gave me a fake piece of news about IHOP being an Applebee's.
I'm sticking to that.
And I got a lot of pushback because I used you as a source of news.
Big mistake.
So can you please clear that up as to why I trusted you and now people think the IHOP is going to be an Applebee's and I'm having to pretend and say, well, I got that wrong. The Applebee's is probably going to be down the street. Then I found out Applebee's isn't opening anything new because you told me that too.
I don't recall that. So anyway,
can you get up your rumors and just clean it up for me?
In other words, lie? Sure. So here's the thing.
What do you know? What do you know? I want to know what you know. Don't make anything up.
Don't know anything. Okay. So I've talked to a couple Applebee's. You know that progressive commercial where the dad just starts talking to people? That's me. I go off the hill. I'll see some stranger. So, did you hear anything about the Applebee's in Big Bear?
Yeah, but get to the point.
The point
is there going to be an IHOP Applebee's?
I think there's going to be. So I checked with the city months ago, and I said, I know. I heard a rumor. The rumor is Applebee's and
IHOP.
And IHOP, because it's the same company, and it would make sense in Big Bear. And IHOP, the last time they were up here, they did good, but they didn't do that good. I think that was because of the location. But that being said. So the city planning said the rumor is true, but it's probably not going to happen.
Okay.
So
you know anything about the Chipotle?
Chipotle is going in. It's going in across the street from us. Actually.
I'm choked up. Yes, I love Chipotle.
Chipotle is a wonderful thing. They're going to go in, and so is Little Caesars.
Right.
And they're rebuilding the Subway. They're staying. There was rumor that Subway was getting kicked out, but they're staying also.
So building a Subway here?
They're adding on to the Subway. We have one. See, it was so small you didn't even know it.
Yes. So,
So they're going to add on to that. Tony's keeping that. And like I say, the Little Caesars is going there. Chipotle's going there. The IHOP, I've talked with, I haven't talked with management per se, but I've talked with some other IHOPs down the hill. And they said that's the new direction that they're going everywhere. They have one right now. It's either Arizona or Texas. And it's quite successful. So that's kind of the new model they're going after if they can. And I just recently drove by the old Sizzler Steakhouse where they're going in, and I noticed that they're starting to move walls. And maybe I'm feeding into it, but from the last time I was at Applebee's, the way the bar was set up, and it's going to have a full bar, which is like cool. I like full
I
bar.
love Applebee's.
Yeah, well.
Their apple
Beef.
walnut salad, I think.
Yeah.
You know what this
So
makes me
excited
think
for you.
of before we wrap up this very long interview?
Yes.
Get the burger and taco.
We do tacos.
I'm just saying, like IHOP, Applebee's,
Yeah.
you could have get the burger and then have the sign that spins like in the wind, and on the other side have taco.
You know, you are quite the rumor spreader. Didn't you start this thing about IHOP and Applebee's? Instead of blaming it on other people? So that being said,
So,
yes,
gettheburger.com to learn more about Eric. You'll see his very
Get the Burger
remedial
06.
website.
06.
And
Just because you don't do it.
very remedial.
You wanted to charge.
I mean, it was like it was made with crayons.
Actually, if you look closely, you see where we scratched out Carl's Jr. and just put our logo over.
Thanks for watching Big Bear TV. You can meet Eric at Get the Burger, and I'll see you in acting class on Wednesday night.
Yes. That's what
We
this
need to
whole
work
thing
on
is a
that
practice
humor.
for.
Bye, everybody.
Big time.
All right, cut.
That was the best thing I think you've ever done.
Huh?
But what we should have said is that
Big
also we
Bear
should-
Boulevard connecting Big Bear Valley.
Big Bear Boulevard, one road leading to everything you need. Big Bear Boulevard connecting Big Bear Valley to everything and everything and